Hello everyone, welcome back. This is a voiceover. Sarah, by the title you see that we're talking about Jordan Nobbs, Beth England not being included originally on the squad for the Arnold Clark Cup. And we did a video, we talked about them not being included. And that roster was released 5 days ago. As we were recording that video / maybe like right exactly around the time we had just finished recording that video, it was announced that Jordan Nobbs was called up to the England squad to replace Fran Kirby, who had just gotten injured, a knee injury. So she officially on the roster for the Arnold Clark Cup tournament, and excited to see Jordan there. You know, it's horrible for Fran be injured. But we still wanted to put the video out because I think the questions are still there about, you know, that Jordan wasn't on the original squad, that she was a replacement player, that she wasn't. So that's still kind of a question. It's good to see that she was the first to be called once a player had gone down. So that's definitely very hopeful. But we also talk about Beth England not being included as well. So timestamps down below, but we did want to talk about it. You know, gutted for Fran though, absolutely gutted. I wish it was different circumstances where she got called, but we still want to put the video out. So what did everyone think? Timestamps down below, but yeah, here we go. Hello everybody, welcome back.
Welcome back.
So how's it going? And the time is upon us. You know, Shebelieves is coming up. And not just Shebelieves, but it's an international window. There is a lot of things going on, and one of those things is the Arnold Clark Cup. I think I called it the Arnold Cup last year.
Arnold Clark.
Somebody said he sells cars, Arnold Clark.
Oh, so like Ford.
Yeah, something like that. I heard that. I don't know if that's true. But yeah, so we're getting pumped for Shebelieves here in the States, but also, I mean, people who follow any soccer around the world is getting pumped for all these tournaments, and Arnold Clark is one of them that we are getting pumped for. It actually starts, I believe, the 16th. And if you remember last year, it had like Canada, it had England, it had who else? It had someone else, but England won, and everyone was pumped, and everyone was like, "Wow, England's like the team to beat now."
Yeah, they know what they're doing.
So the Arnold Clark Cup. That's hard to say. Arnold Clark Cup.
Try to say that 10 times fast.
Yeah, that's hard to
Arnold
say.
Clark Cup. Blah, 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 blah. I can't even try.
So it starts on 16th, but about 4 days ago, at this point, we're recording this on Saturday. About 4 days ago, the roster came out, and a lot of people, I don't know the word, not shocked, not sad, disappointed, I suppose. I guess that is a good word. That a few high-profile people were not included. Mainly, Jordan Nobbs was not included, and a lot of people were surprised that Beth England was not included, and also like Nikita Parris. Those were kind of the three. But I saw a lot of things on Instagram about people really gutted about Jordan Nobbs and about Beth England. So what we're going to do, instead of us talking about it, I'm going to read from this article, and then we're going to kind of talk about it, because this kind of sums it up a little bit better.
England Arnold Clark Cup squad. Beth England and Jordan Nobbs miss out as Leah Williamson returns. Beth England, Nikita Parris, and Jordan Nobbs have been left out of the England squad for this month's Arnold Clark Cup. Captain Leah Williams returns after missing November's international through injury, as do fellow Euro 2022 winners Lucy Bronze and Lauren Hemp, while Fran Kirby returns following illness. Manager Sarina Wiegman has named several young players in the 26-player squad, including Everton forward Jess Park, Reading forward Katie Robinson, and Manchester United defender Maya Letizier. Uncapped goalkeeper Emily Ramsey has also been selected, while Man City midfielder Laura Coombs has received her first call-up since November 2020. It means there is no place for England despite her WSL record move from Chelsea to Tottenham in the transfer window. The 26-year-old has scored in her first 2 appearances for Spurs, but has not done enough to earn a recall, while experienced forward Parris and midfielder Nobbs, who also moved during the transfer window and joined Aston Villa from Arsenal, are also notable absentees. The Lionesses will face South Korea, Italy, and Belgium in the Arnold Clark Cup this month as Wiegman's team look to defend their title in the second edition of the tournament.
Yeah, so
that was some good reading.
Good job, Sarah. Good job. So that's kind of like the overview. And Sarina Wiegman, you know, we've talked about her, not a lot on our channel, but enough to know that most people respect what she's doing. She's won 2 Euros. She's doing some really good things. She's
kind of an icon.
She's very inspiring. A lot of things she does. Her team seems to be behind her. So I don't think anyone's questioning her vision, but I think a lot of people said, doesn't it seem like Beth England has done enough to be called for the squad. So if we remember, Beth England and Jordan, just like it said in the article, moved clubs to get more playing time to be considered for the call-ups, because they weren't getting a lot of time at their former clubs.
Right.
Beth England, like it said in the article, she scored, I think, 2 goals. I mean,
2 goals, yeah.
In the last couple games, just as she transferred. And Jordan Nobbs has been playing really well in the playing time, all the playing time she's been getting. Jordan Nobbs actually was called into the squad in November, but she got injured, so she could not play in those games. Is Sarina Wiegman just trying to make more room for these other players, these younger players?
Right.
As we saw and I was looking at the ages, a lot of them are very young. And maybe she wants to see what's out there before the World Cup next year.
Why do old people get replaced so easily? Just kidding. Nobody's old.
So maybe she just wants to say, I kind of know what I know with Jordan. I kind of know what I get with Beth England. True. I want to see what's out there and see if someone out there has something else that I'm looking for. Because that could be another possibility as well.
Right.
You could have 26 players on this roster. Sarina Wiegman actually selected 4 goalkeepers. Which is kind of unusual. Usually select...
How many goalkeepers are you going to go through?
Usually select 3, and especially because Mary Earps is the goalkeeper and she's such high quality, you would think, well, you need her and maybe 2 backups, but for some reason Sarina Wiegman selected a couple extra.
There's got to be something behind this thinking.
Yeah. And then she kind of said this. So people kind of asked her, it's like, why aren't Beth and Jordan included? We're going to read a little bit from this article and then we'll kind of talk about it.
Sarina Wiegman sends message to Beth England and Jordan Nobbs after England omissions. Sarina Wiegman has said that players transferring clubs for more minutes in the WSL doesn't guarantee their inclusion in the England squad. Wiegman has named a 26-player squad for the 3-match tournament, with England looking to defend the title they won last year. Goalkeeper Emily Ramsey is the only uncapped player in the party, with Man City midfielder Laura Coombs and Chelsea defender Jess Carter recalled. However, there is no place for Beth England following her switch to Tottenham in the January transfer window. Jordan Nobbs has also failed to regain a place after her move to Aston Villa from Arsenal. Speaking after the squad was revealed, Wiegman said that although it is helpful that some of her fringe players are seeing more time on the pitch for their clubs, it doesn't automatically mean they will get back on the squad. Those players are all competing for selection, said Wiegman. I think they are in good place if they move clubs to play a lot now. They can improve their game, and I think that's good for competition. But you can't control your competition. It is good that they get minutes, but it doesn't guarantee you will be selected. They have to compete with other players in their position too.
So she says right there, she says that they can't control the competition. Mm-hmm. All they can do is be their best. And she also says moving clubs. Some of these, she calls fringe players, are good that they move squad to get more playing time. But
it doesn't mean that they're automatically going to be called back onto the squad.
Right. And I think for the players like a Jordan, like a Beth, that's all that they can do is play the best. And then it's up to the coaches at that point to see if the coaches want them or don't want them. But it didn't say it in this article, but there's an interview that Sarina Wiegman did. I watched it. And the reporters asked her, since these players are not on this roster, does that mean it's going to be harder for them to get on the World Cup squad? And Sarina Wiegman was honest. She goes, yeah, it's going to be harder.
Yeah.
And that was kind of a hard thing to hear because rationally that makes sense. But to hear it, to know that if they're not on this, it's just an uphill battle at this point, that It's just so hard. So a lot of people are pretty bummed because I think a lot of people thought Beth England specifically has done a lot, especially in the last couple months, to get on this squad, and to see that she is not, I think it really bumps her out. But also Jordan, she's been injured. She wasn't getting playing time. And I think in a lot of people's hearts, they know that she's good enough. But if the coaches don't see the output that they want from her in particular, then it's hard not seeing her there because people know what she's capable of.
Exactly.
Even just going through the comments on Instagram, people are heartbroken.
Jordy, too soon for her. Rationally, she did a few matches with Villa this summer. She must be there.
Yeah. So someone's saying, rationally speaking, she didn't do anything to warrant someone saying, oh my God, you had to be on the squad. But what this person is saying, and like a lot of people are saying, being there this
Must
summer.
be here, yeah.
This summer. Where's Jordan? No Nobbs. Where's Jordan? I mean, if you look at these comments, 90% of them is right here. It's Bethany England ? Jordan Nobbs ?
Justice for Jordan.
And then someone goes, LMAO, not all of us looking for Jordan Nobbs' name. Like, where are you? I thought I needed my spectacles for a sec. I hope she's in the best shape of her life when the summer rolls around.
Yes.
And also, yeah, so no Jordan, no. I mean, if you look at these comments, and a lot of people think, Beth England has done enough at this point. I guess a lot of people know what Jordan's capable of, but I would never question Sarina Wiegman, I, as Sara from Sara, not someone who maybe knows more about football than I do. So, and I only say that because she just won the Euros,
That's true.
She has done things that
She's winning things
other people have not done. But it's hard because Jordan has so many fans and, people know this could be her last chance to possibly get to a World Cup because she's never been to a World Cup because of injuries. I know.
That makes me sad.
And so what does everyone think? Does everyone understand it? Or does everyone think, Sarina should give her a chance? Because again, she was called in November. And then it's also, well, if you don't pick, Beth or Jordan, who would you not include? I guess one thought would be one less goalkeeper and then one less somebody, you know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
And then someone goes on Twitter, wasn't expecting a call up for Nobbs this time, although I truly hope she does the next camp. I am surprised about Beth England though. She's fit and bang on form. She may not have played much for Spurs yet minutes wise, but she is as fit as the next player. And I saw that a lot. I saw a lot of people saying that, but she's fit right now and she's hungry. And again, Jordan, this person said they weren't expecting a call for this camp, but maybe the next one. And I think that's just the hope, the hope for a lot of Lionesses fans.
Hope and the dream.
But if you look, it's just... Oh, but then someone also says, in my opinion, it's Sarina knows what Beth and Jordan are all about and needs to evaluate others a bit more. And a lot of people have said that,
Yeah, that's also a valid point.
And I actually don't know much about Nikita Parris, how she's been playing, but she has been a fixture on the English team. It's surprising not to see her there as well. And one last comment. I reckon the April camp will be the telling camp. If the likes of Jordan or Beth England don't get called up, then with more minutes under their belts, then I have a gut feeling they just won't be a part of Sarina's plans going forward, meaning the World Cup and beyond. Mm-hmm. So what does everyone think? Are you surprised Jordan and Beth weren't called? Are you understanding why? And are you gutted? Or are you just kind of like... there's, I guess the other question is the other players who made the squad for this tournament, do you think they were
well selected?
Maybe? Worthy? I don't know.
Yeah.
But, we will see. And also, the World Cup squad only has 23 players. So you're going to have to even make more cuts by the time summer comes around.
Oof. So, this is a toughie.
What does everyone think? Questions, comments down below. Who's pumped for the Arnold Clark Cup? Also, all the international games that are going on because this is World Cup year and we're pumped for everything.
Yes.
Oh, and then I also saw that Arnold Clark is on, it's hard to say, is on Paramount Plus, so we can watch it.
Oh,
yeah,
good.
which is good to see. Questions, comments down below. What does everyone think? Let us know and we will talk to you guys soon. Talk to you guys later. Have a great night.
Bye.